Nikkei dev notes. I've been reached out to numerous times from various different Nikkei players telling me, Stix, have you seen the Nikkei dev notes? They're insane. You did a video a while ago, right, on Nikkei, how China was getting all these quality of life improvements that Global wasn't getting. And I'm like, yeah, I remember doing that video. Got 30,000 views, and the global community like typically was overwhelmingly negative, and then apparently that has changed to some extent. It took a couple weeks or a month, but apparently the Nikkei devs, to some extent, not sure how much, have listened. They really came out with a banger patch and banger death notes. This summer is gonna be great. It really restored my faith in this game. Here for a long haul now. Cool. I'm excited. Okay, we're gonna briefly go over this. The yapping paid off in the end. Dude, this is why it is important, it is imperative that you whine like a crybaby incessantly. But China got it, why don't we get blah, blah, blah. Because eventually, with enough complaining, they ultimately have two choices. They either cave and give you what you want just to shut you up, or they ignore you and have to deal with this forever. They're the only two choices. I'm Hyung Suk Yu, the director of Nikkei. In the process of developing and running the game, there were some particularly unforgettable highlights for me. Among them were the Overzone and Red Ash events. Dude, the Red Ash event was so good. They were unveiled, and the thrilling moments of monitoring your reactions were some of the most exciting times of my life. Yeah, when the Red Ash event came out, people were like, so that was also great, by the way, chat. I'm probably gonna use that image you just saw of my face as a thumbnail for this video when it's uploaded to YouTube. It is important that devs fear and respect their players. Exactly. This June, I once again experienced some memorable moments in my life. I bet. Yeah, players were enraged for the first time since launch. Genuinely united and enraged. An MLB game with shifting Nikkeis on the scoreboard, the Stellar Blade collab that finally came into life after months of passion and hard work, which is awesome, by the way. Seeing your love for these contents and the different feedback in the community, I felt utterly relieved. That's how we often feel after 5 or 10 minutes in Nikkei. Some of us actually feel that way after 60 seconds in Nikkei. I wish to take this chance to express my sincerest gratitude. As many of you have hoped for, the Stellar Blade collab will be added as a permanent inclusion to the archives in the future so that even commanders who were not able to play the event at the first time can experience it. That is awesome. Of course, not all feedback during the collab was positive. I bet. Due to the character skill issues, solo raid was postponed twice. I remember that. We got some decent compensation for that, causing inconvenience for our commanders. We apologize for this. What makes Nikkei's battle system unique is its integration of both 2D and 3D elements, though this can sometimes cause unexpected problems during development. Completely eliminating bugs is extremely difficult from a practical standpoint, but we will strengthen our overall QA system to maximize these issues as much as possible, and we'll continue to prepare content with more caution and dedication. By the way, chat, I think Nikkei has some of the best characters, like design characters, in the gacha genre. Maybe not the best, the pinnacle, but definitely one of the gachas with the best character models. What do you guys think? Like, what gacha games do you think has the best character model? Or character models, generally. When it's becoming permanent is important. I feel the same way. I just wish rewards for the event that, you received were permanent too. And beyond that, characters during those events were also permanent. But I also understand that that would be I think a detriment to the game, because then people wouldn't spend to obtain them during that event period, and they just wait until they became permanent, and then they just eventually pull for them over time. So I understand how that would become a factor. Gameplay updates. In August, we'll be launching the Solo Raid Hall of Fame, formerly named as the Museum. It's an archive gameplay where players can re-experience battles against past Solo Raid bosses. Okay, they'll be gradually added to the museum with 2 gameplay modes, challenge and no limit mode. Recreates a challenge mode of past solo raid seasons, allowing you to challenge the record of any player from the season. That's definitely not going to be for me. I am not at all competitive. I don't care about my stats. I don't care about my ratings. I do the PvP in the game, and I probably spend 10 seconds in there, and I only do it for the daily reward. That's it. Other than that, I don't care. I don't like PvP. in gacha games, and I don't think I'm nearly competitive enough for a gacha game to give a damn. No limit mode is unlocked once you break the record of the top 1 player of the original season. Okay, cool. Based on the roadmap we shared earlier this year, campaign chapters 39 to 40 were originally scheduled to be released in July. The death date has been rescheduled to early August. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. They got to make sure they perfect everything before releasing it, and I'm only at chapter 33 or 34 anyway. We will also finalize the update schedule for the surface content and inform you as soon as possible. I'm excited for that. Perthea is peak. Oh, for sure. 100%. You don't like NTE gameplay? That's perfectly fine. Characters are very good in Nikke. Each one's backstory is pretty good. They do flesh out the characters a lot in Nikke. Other than that, we're continuously monitoring your feedback regarding the Coordinate Operation 2.0 that was launched in June. That's perfectly fine. Aside from simple surveys and community monitoring, we're constantly collecting feedback on areas for improvement through various channels and working on enhancement based on that input. We'll keep reflecting and refining our approach to make Nikke's content operations more meaningful. Okay, before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. 2025 second half convenience feature updates. Starting in July, we'll be introducing some convenience features related to Anomaly Interception. We understand that until now, players have found it unclear which bosses to target. I mean, true. I've been targeting the same boss since it was released. We noticed many of you only fight certain bosses. That's true. That's because my teams can't fight the other ones. And one of them is actually very easy to do, and the other 4 are much more difficult and time consuming. In the future, we plan to introduce a convenient feature that allows you to view the ownership status of manufactured equipment that can be obtained from an Anomaly Interception. Okay, if the possible rewards on the stage include manufactured equipment that you don't own yet, the reward will be highlighted to help you easily identify which boss stages to play to obtain it. I mean, that's a very, very minor quality of life improvement. I don't have any issue obtaining any the gear I need for any characters, so that's not gonna affect me at all. This feature isn't just for displaying information, it's an improvement over the previous structure. Players had to explore equipment progression paths on their own, or even just Google it. Just Google it. The goal is to provide clearer options and a stronger sense of direction. We want to remove the need to think about which boss to choose, making it easier to complete daily missions. People are gonna Google it anyway. They're gonna Google optimal team compositions, optimal gear, everything. As for August, there's no notable convenience feature update planned. Okay. Since June, the large-scale collaboration project has taken up a significant amount of the development team's time and focus, so we hope you'll view the pause in convenience feature updates this August, along with the release of campaign chapters 39 and 40 and the new museum gameplay as a brief moment of rest for the team. So no quality of life or convenience features for August, but you do get 2 major chapters. Can anyone complain about that? I don't think so. I don't think so. But don't worry, we'll resume with system improvements aimed at making your gameplay experience more convenient in September. With a more organized development rhythm than before, we plan to more clearly define the priorities between the content we want to fix now and the content we want to change in the future and implement them accordingly. While you enjoy the gameplay-focused experience in August, we'll quietly and diligently prepare for what's to come. But what is to come? Let's find out. The upcoming improvements in September are as follows. Tribe Tower Auto Challenge feature. Oh yes, baby. A new auto challenge feature for Tribe Tower will be introduced. When this feature is enabled, you'll automatically move on to the next stage after clearing one without any actions needed. So you don't need to click next every time. Oh, thank God. We hope this feature can reduce the fatigue, yeah, dude, my finger, yeah, the fatigue that my finger gets. Auto mode, baby! Yeah. My finger gets very fatigued because, you know, I gotta do multiple actions throughout the day. Yeah, my fingers get really tired. Caused by repetitive actions and create a smoother progression through stages as you grow. Yes. So much yes, dude. Simulation room improvements. Yes, let's go. Planet easy requirements for achieving buff chain levels in simulation room is shown below. I mean, dude, that looks good to me. Nice. Hopefully this improvement will help you achieve high buff chain levels more easily, allowing better performance in simulation room and overclock. At the same time, the combat power UI and buff status UI will also be improved to help you understand in-stage information more intuitively. Nikke level up and synchro device convenience feature expansion. There are also many improvements in store for the synchro device. The details are as follows. Increase basic synchro device slots from 5 to 25? Dude, that is nice. Wait. Does that mean everyone that upgraded already is gonna get an additional 20 synchro device slots? Oh, that would be so good. So good. I'm 2 off maxing it, so that'd be great if they unlocked an additional 20 for me. Hell yeah, dude. That is good. Removal of the cooldown period when a Nikke is removed from the slot? Oh, thank God. Dude, that was one thing that China got that global players were saying we needed. They were like, why does China get that and we don't? They listened. They listen. New automatic Nikke placement feature. I mean, I don't think that's necessary because what are the bases for it to actually place it down? Availability of batch upgrade when lower than level 200. Dude, sick. Automatic use of consumable items when materials for synchro level up are insufficient. Oh, so you don't need to manually use the items. Nice. Free Nikke level resets as well. Oh, man. All right, dude. Big. Game changing. Nice. Holy. You have max slots already? I wonder how that's gonna impact us then, that do. Weapon tutorial improvements. The weapon information pop-up on the Nikke details page will be updated to include descriptions of various weapon types and introductory videos. Players understand the characters. I mean, new type mold. Type mold, a new kind of mold that can be obtained from Tribe Tower, will be released. Guarantees recruitment of SSR Nikkes. Guarantees max rarity Nikkes. No chance. No chance with a purple rarity, no. A gold rarity, guaranteed SSRs, what, after 50 molds? Is it gonna cost 50 like the current molds? We plan to distribute it as an additional reward while retaining the current Tribe Tower reward. Additional! As Nikke has been running for quite some time now, we're currently discussing how to distribute rewards for cleared Tribe Tower stages and yet to reach a conclusion. Hey, if you give us rewards for the stages we've already completed in the form of the new type molds, then yes. Dude, that is great! The overall reward amount will be increased. Will ensure there are no shortages. We ask for your patience. Dude, if you're gonna give me free SSR Nikkes, I'm happy. I'd also like to briefly introduce some convenience features expected to be implemented in the global version within the year. Consumable lock feature allows you to lock individual consumable items and prevent accidental use. I'm gonna be honest, I've never accidentally used something in the game before. Chat, in any gacha you play, have you ever accidentally used an item? Mark your favorite Nikkes in the list. That's not really necessary for me either. My favorite Nikkes are also coincidentally the Nikkes that have the highest combat power because they're the ones I use. New story difficulty and campaign. There's a difficulty option designed for players who want to enjoy the story in a more relaxed battle environment. Wow. Okay, not that I find the story to be particularly difficult, but my overall combat power, squad power is almost 1 million. So, purple SR molds can still yield SSRs? Probably, yeah. Story order guide. We're gonna feature to guide players along a recommended direction to experience the various branches of the main Nikke story, such as side stories and event story. Limit break and core enhancement badge feature, Nikke expressions list. Okay, so a lot of these I think are small little quality of life improvements that aren't gonna impact me at all. I've only included some of the major improvements today. Only some of the major improvements. Holy, okay. Various feature improvements and quality enhancements are underway. I will keep sharing updates through future developer notes. Sick. We're always listening to you. I'm glad to hear it. You're probably listening because of all the global players that got pissed off with you guys. That is awesome though. Yes, oh, a seasonal event is about to begin in July. Yeah, and again, I would love to cover the skins that are coming in those events, but or in that event, but I can't because they're too good. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.